So folks, we'd like to say good morning, good afternoon, good evening. Welcome. This is the Liberia National Television. My name is Tyna James Kabak. I'm here alongside Anthony Williams. Today we are going to be highlighting and showing you the massive project done on the Toppen Boulevard Highway, and then we're going to lead to the ministerial complex, Peace Island, going to pass to Pacos Island and back to 72nd. We are doing this to just show you that there's a possibility to use those routes, because now the work being done on the overhead bridge causes huge traffic. So when you are using those routes, there are means that you can use the 72nd Peace Island to Pacos Island route. So that's what we're going to be showing you today. Remember, we were here a few days back, a few months back, showing you the massive work being done on the Peace Island, the Pacos Island 72nd route. So stay with us as we drive you through this route. So as you can see, there are works being done here at the overpass bridge linking the ELWA to the ministerial complex route. So we are just going to be driving you through works being done here at the overpass bridge. So we're going to walk you through as we link you to the ministerial complex, Peace Island to Pacos Island's route. So just stay with us as we show you some of the work that is being done here. So there's a massive work that's being done. There's a massive work being done here. There's the operator operating those. You're seeing that this work speed up to meet up with the implementation deadlines, as the government said. So there's a massive work that's being carried out here by engineers. The Ministry of Public Works is ensuring that this work is made up to its deadline to. So Robert Guinness, a few days back, talked about the expansions of the Toppen Boulevard into a 6-lane route that will lead 3 lanes on both sides. This is all part of the massive work that's being promised the Liberian people. As you can see, it's being carried out about to meet up with it's 2027 that this entire project, the overpass bridge, Liberia first overpass bridge, will be dedicated in 2027. So, Tony, I think we can just drive, we can just walk through. I think they will allow us, and then we can. Also, like we said, today we are just doing a round trip to highlight the massive progress that is being done here at the Toppen Boulevard, where the overpass bridge is being constructed, and then we are going to walk you through to the ministerial complex, the road linking the Peace Island, Pacos Island route back to 72nd, to just highlight and tell you that there's a means and a possible alternative route that is connecting the Peace Island to Pacos Island to the 72nd route. A few days back, we show you that we highlight those projects and the massive progress that has been done on the Pacos Island to Peace Island road that has been connected. Remember, along the Toppen Boulevard Road, currently there are There are massive traffics throughout. So we can just go. There are traffic, so we are just highlighting and telling you that there are possible routes. You can pass through the Pacos Island, Lincoln Peace Island as well. So the government is ensuring that citizens can be able to commute easily throughout central Monrovia. So the work is massive here that is being done on the 72nd. So we kind of ask that you stick with us as we drive you through, highlighting those. So I sit to the front, or you?
All right, thank you, folks. That was my colleague James. He was introducing you to our trip. So basically, we're just taking a round trip from Painesville here, and then we're heading through the Congo Town or Tottenham Boulevard belt where the intervention is being made. So you all are aware about the usual overhead bridge construction, and we're trying to highlight the work that's ongoing. My colleague James has been saying it. So the engineers are digging, massive holes, pillows to hold the bridge for the suspension aspect. So basically where we are driving is like the auxiliary roads that they have created to help ease the traffic. So if you're looking on both sides, left and right, you're seeing the crushed rocks portion. So those portions are the auxiliary routes that they've created to help ease traffic. But basically they've blocked, like, literally everywhere. There is asphalt pavement in the middle. They've placed caution symbols and all of that to ensure those driving can drive safely. But at the same time, they are creating alternative routes for you to be able to access this particular location. So if you were in the Congo Town, Painesville Boulevard Junction area, you will notice the work that is being done here already. So right here we are at Boulevard Junction, and as you can see, they are already laying these pillows for the very bridge itself. So this is what the project itself looks like. As you can see, giant size steels, these huge pillows are being constructed right here at the Boulevard Junction area. Then if you look on the other end, just on the far right or left, depending on where you're watching from, you're seeing the crush racks, and they've created these alternative routes for those who are coming from town. And they have literally blocked everywhere, so for you to ask, you have to drive with caution. Now, but our trip is just basically to let you know that you can also have a possible alternative when you're coming from town or when you're going to town. So for us, since we want to highlight the bridge or the work that's ongoing, that's why we are using this route. So speaking about the project design, they are divided into two parts anyway. There is the one they're calling the east and the west overpass. So let's assume obviously we are at the west overpass, and this one lands just right here at the Ministry of Health, just right in front of the Ministry of Health. This is where the west overpass lands. As you can see, this is where the bridge itself lands. So this will be the landing ends, and they are constructing both of them adjacent each other. So this is this particular portion they've just started digging, and they will be building the other landing end. And also there are alternative routes. Speaking of alternative routes, also there is this one right by the Ministry of Health right here. You can just use this particular route and get to the Congo Town back road, and just right by the fence of the Ministry of Health. So as we drive on, we're going to show you the portion that is at the Unity Party headquarters. We're going to show you that portion, and then once we're done with that portion, we'll drive into the Peace Island portion to show you the alternative route that we've been highlighting, my colleague James and I. So just the other day, we've been here. In fact, we've been on this particular project a few times now, so this is just a highlight to show you what the works looks like. The other time we will show you the route that enters into Pacos Island from former President Charles Taylor's residence. But we're going to come out of that route, so we will not we'll not use it this time around, but this is it right here, right ahead of us. So we're going to double up and then drive quickly towards the United Party headquarters portion. As you all may know, if you're on your way from town, usually this place gets congested by traffic as usual. So most people will be looking for alternative routes. Now, mostly in the morning when you're leaving Pinzo and you go into town, this particular place is like one way. No other vehicle comes from town during the morning hours. In fact, up to afternoon hours now. So it's just one way. So that's the precautionary measure that the engineers have put in place along with the police. Just one way. So when you're coming from town, you use the Congo Town back road, and evening hours, same case. Except maybe over weekends on Saturdays like that, you get lessons and then they use both sides. But usually, this particular portion is just one way. So the best alternative route that has always been suggested has been the Peace Island into Pacos Island, and then eventually at 72nd in. But they've been trying to dry up the swamp, and I can guarantee you they've successfully done it, and we're going to go there and show you. We're going to show you the work that has been done and let you know that the swamp has been, open completely, and you can connect towards 72nd and go to SKD Boulevard Junction and then make your way back to Pinzo easily. So usually folks coming from town during evening hours are using that as an alternative. So we're just right here at the United Party headquarters where there's a pickup in for the East Overpass. So like I said, there are two. There is the West Overpass and the East Overpass. So this is the East Overpass, and then it's like the pickup point from here. And then if you're looking keenly on the side, on the far right or left side, depending on where you're watching from, you're seeing vehicles there using the same crossroad roads that I spoke about earlier as alternative route to give the project, an easy alternative to, drive through while the engineers do their work. So this is another pickup point. The landing point for this particular portion is around the Musu Spot area. That's where the bridge is going to land also. And there is massive work ongoing within between there. So we're just going to drive through and show you. Now, speaking about traffic, this is what we were talking about. As you can see, we are literally driving very slow, and it's like a go slow already. So we're going to drive through and then make a right turn into the Peace Island area, and then we'll go to where the Ministry of Public Works is working massively to create an alternative route, or you may call it a detour also if you're on your way back from town. So keep watching. Wherever you're watching from, leave your comments. This is just a highlight since we have a trip to go in this direction. We just wanted to highlight the work that's ongoing, so you can leave your comments and tell us in the comment section what you make, and also your own experience also driving along this road while the work is going. Has the work impeded your movement in any way? Obviously it has, or it is actually, but not in a way that it will be very bad, because this is a development project. So because the engineers are here, obviously there has to be some restriction in how you access the place. So but they are trying as much as possible to create some access points. I know, as you can see now, the traffic is slow, but at the same time there's police trying to give you alternative route for you to be able to drive through. This project is anticipated to be completed by 2027, according to the engineers and the Ministry of Public Works. So within the next 1 year, or by the end of this year, or possibly early 2028, we might be seeing probably dedication or testing, or other situations as it relates to the construction project. But as you drive on here every day, you can tell that there's massive work ongoing, and the engineers are doing exceptionally well in working every day on this particular bridge project. So since we're driving through, we just wanted you to have a glimpse and also see the traffic for yourselves. All right, James? Yeah, you can go ahead, man.
So folks, those of you just joining us, we would like to say pleasant welcome. This is Liberia National Television, TV. Tune in regularly. Please it. Today we are on a detour, so it's a round trip passing through Pinsville, Congo Town, the Topland Boulevard route, linking the Peace Island to Pacos Island back to 72nd. Remember, that place in Pakistan was not pliable, meaning that there was no route along that side. There was a swamp there, but the government have ensured that there are alternative routes linking the Pacos Island to Peace Island back to the 72nd route. So folks along who are using the route from the 72nd Boulevard because of the traffic can now use that south because of the constructions of the overpass bridge. There are more traffic along the 72nd, the Tottenham Boulevard route. So there are several alternative routes that have been created about the Liberia National Police and the engineers as well as the Ministry of Public Works to ease traffic congestions along the Tottenham Boulevard route because of the construction of the overpass bridge. Remember, a few days back, there was a pronouncement made by the Minister of Public Works, like Mr. Guinness, saying that by 2028 there will be expansions on the Tottenham Boulevard route, making it 6 lanes, 3 on both sides. So that tells you that there are massive progress that is being done as it relates to road connectivities to ease traffic congestions in parts of Liberia. So,
all right, folks. So, except for the traffic congestion, we're literally making moves. Eventually, we'll be at the ministerial complex where we'll be making our right turn to head towards the Peace Island area, and then we'll drive back in Pinsville to make our round trip. Basically, one of the main portions we wanted to highlight is the Peace Island portion, Pacos Island precisely, because over there is massive work ongoing. What the engineers are doing, they're literally reducing all the hills, bringing them down, reducing their heights, and then at the same time they are planting or building coverts along where the swamp and other drainages. They're building coverts within the drainages, but then at the same time they're also doing some massive backfilling, like bringing in huge rocks to fill in the swamp and also work on areas that have issues. So, and then at the same time the machines are doing grading back and forth. They're also expanding the road. They're breaking down structures that are in the right of way. And so there's huge work going on there. I know they've been doing that for quite some time now, but probably we thought to show you the progress that that is being made, so you can have a glance for yourselves, for those of you who have been following up on this project. So let's drive on. We just right here at the Ellen Johnson Sirleaf Ministerial Complex, the EJS Ministerial Complex. That's where we'll make our U-turn. And this is what it looks like at about this time. The traffic is usually extremely huge within between here. So these alternative routes that are being worked on, obviously, once they are fully paved, because the government has made it clear that they want to make sure they can put asphalt pavement along that particular route that passes through Peace Island. So once there is asphalt pavement, traffic in between here will be reduced eventually as this project continues, because this is going to take quite a reasonable amount of time, up to 2027 or probably early next year. That's quite some very long time. So that particular route, once it's opened, there's going to be effective work ongoing in that particular location. So basically we just wanted to show you. As I speak, there are folks using that particular route. In fact, there are bikes that are plying that particular route. There are bikes usually plying that particular route. From Peace Island, bikers drive through Peace Island, going into Pacos drive right through Pacos Island and then use the 72nd portion. And just to bring you up to speed, sorry, it's not really that close to 72nd. There's the portion that goes into Police Academy Junction on the 72nd Boulevard, where the guys usually wash cars. But there's another portion that comes very close around the new LFA headquarters here in Painesville, along the Boulevard Road area, and goes through there and towards SD Cooper Road Junction also. So the Public Works Ministry have got machines between these houses, all in the neighborhood, and they're doing clearing and making all the necessary connection. Where there are swamp, they are backfilling, they are connecting, those short joints and points. So yes, the Pacos Island and Pacos Island portion has been all online. A lot of you have been seeing it, and I'm sure you are aware, but we just want to show you what it looks like in there, so you have a glimpse of the work that's ongoing. So once we get here at the Ellen Johnson Sally Ministerial Complex, we'll try our best to see if we can get down and show you around, so you see the work that's ongoing. They're planting these pillows, the digging everywhere, and like I said, we just left one of the pickup points, and the landing point also is just ahead of us, somewhere around the Carlondo building, if you may. And I know you all might have been following the controversy online about if the Carlondo building or the structure falls in line or falls into the engineering or the design of the project. I know that conversation have been online and back and forth. But if you come here and see how the folks here are working, they usually just skin by the project, the property, the Carlondo building. The machines will just grade right by the building and pass through. But no one has to tell you that it's extremely close to what the auxiliary road looks like. Where the auxiliary road passes is extremely close. But again, as per the Ministry of Public Works, it doesn't necessarily fall in the design of the project. That's why it's being left alone. And probably the owner probably accepts that it should stay where it is, because it's obvious that it's very narrow and it's extremely close to the very road itself. But yes, we're almost here anyway, right at the ministerial complex. We're almost here. I'm thinking if we can just walk through there while, since we are in traffic, we could just walk through there.
Yeah, so folks, we like to say a main thanks to those of you who've been closely following the pickup of this tour. We told you we will be running at the same time. We're going to be highlighting the massive work being done yet at the overpass bridge at the Eddie Johnson Sally Ministerial Complex. Currently, we are situated right at the Eddie Johnson Sally Ministerial Complex, where the massive work is currently being carried out by the Ministry of Public Works. This is a massive work that is being carried out by the engineers of this project, the Ministry of Public Works. So like we said, we are touring you through the Eddie Johnson Ministerial Complex that links to the Pacos Island. We're going to pass through the Pacos Island belt and back to 72nd, just to tell you that there's an alternative routes being created. There are alternative routes being created here because of the huge traffic congestions that is being imposed here at the cost of the constructions of the overpass bridge. There are massive traffic. So just to give you a clear glance of it, so car leading from town to the Liberia junctions are using the Congo Town back road routes, and a car leading from the Liberia junction heading towards town are allowed to use the Tottenham Boulevard route. So because of the traffic congestion. These are strategies being used by the Liberia National Police to ease traffic congestions here along the Congo Town linking to Pinsville. About. So like we told you earlier on, for the onset of this broadcast, we are going to be highlighting you the massive work that is being done here on the overpass bridge. And then we are also going to show you the alternative routes that are being created as a result of this project, the overpass bridge. So we just want to kind of ask you, stick with us and leave your comments. Those of you who have been using this route or may have used this route, you can just probably leave your comments in the comment section, telling us your own experience. What has it been for you using this route as a result of these traffic congestions? What have been your own experience? You can tell us. So just to give you a glance of it, as you can see, there are massive big pillars that are being planted here that will be holding the overpass bridge. So the engineers are doing all they can to meet up with the deadline of dedication. That will be in 2027. So the Ministry of Public Works also said a few days back that. Are you focusing on the work, sir? Yeah, so this one, yeah. Okay, so as you can see, there are works being done here. See, these massive pillars are being planted here, and so the engineers are doing exceptionally well to meet up with the deadline plans of the Ministry of Public Works at 2027. This project is expected to be dedicated to the Liberian government, and Robert Guinness, Minister of Public Works, also said that the Topman Boulevard route will be expanded to a 6-lane route, 3 on both sides. So just to show you the glance, we told you that we will be using the route beyond the ministerial complex, the road that links the Peace Island, the Pacos Island belt, showing you that there are alternative routes to be used as a result of traffic congestions. You can use them. So these are pillars. So we just thought to highlight the level of work that is being carried out here by the Liberian government through the Ministry of Public Works, just to show you a glance of it. Their work. So go. Massive work are being carried out. The massive work being carried out. So just to show you of it. So I say stick with us. My name is Tyner James Kabak. I'm here with Anthony Williams. There's a reminder that you're watching the Liberia National Television's LNTV. Today we thought to highlight the massive work being done here on the overpass bridge, and at the same time to show you the work that is also being done on the road that links Peace Island, the Pacos Island, and to the 72nd belt. So should we go back? Okay, let's go. So as you can see, a huge traffic congestions here as a result. So all of cars using this route coming from town are being asked to use the Congo Town back road, and our car leading from the EUW junctions are using the Tottenham Boulevard route. These are traffic measures that are being implemented by the Liberia National Police to reduce the high level of traffic congestions in central Monrovia. So I'd like to say, just leave your comment. Those of you watching us, those of you who have been on the broadcast since we began, you can leave a comment. Those of you who may have used this route, you can also tell us your own experience. And at a certain point in time during this broadcast, we are going to read out your comments. So just stick with us. My name is Tynan James Kaba. Anthony Williams is here. We are showing you. So we just want to get back into our vehicle. Like we said, we are on a round trip tour, passing through. So this is where the bridge will pick up from. As you can see, this is around the Musu Spot area. This is the pickup point of the overpass bridge. This is pickup point. Pickup point from the overpass bridge. Yeah, where they will pick up from. Okay. This is directly opposite the Musu Spot along the Congo Town route. This is where the bridge will pick up from. So we are just showing you a glance. Yeah. So we say stick with us as we will be showing you. So these are alternative routes that were created by the engineers so as to prevent commuters, drivers from hindering the work being carried out here. So these are alternative routes here, right in front of the Kalando building that passes through the Musu Spot route heading towards town. So all of the cars heading towards the Liberia junction are using these alternative routes going towards town. Then the cars leading from town are being told to use the Congo Town back road. These are alternative routes that have been created by the engineers so as to prevent drivers from coming in contact with the work that's being done on the overpass bridge. So like we said initially, that we are going to be passing through the route that goes to beyond the ministerial complex, heading towards Pacos Island. And then we're going to pass through Pacos Island. Remember, months back we highlighted that project, telling you that Pacos Island and Pacos Island have been connected. That's through the efforts of the Ministry of Public Works, creating alternative routes for folks who live along that belt, citizens, residents of. There's another alternative route that heads towards the old road belt. Yeah, heading towards the old road belt. So there's alternative routes heading towards old road belt. So if you are coming from Liberia Junction heading towards town, you can also use this alternative route. This road leads you straightly to Oro and that of town. So we now move to also show you the progress that is being done on the road that connects Peace Island to Pacos Island. Peace Island to Pacos Island. So that's right. So, as you can see, this is the route that leads towards the Peace Island, the road that connects Pacos Island. So, we're now going to drive to all the way. Yeah.
Thank you. Give me. All right. Thank you, James. So we'll now head. James have done much of the overhead bridge part. So this time around, we're now heading towards the Peace Island portion. So let's take for an example. You came from the Oro and you used Allison Street that we just showed you, the Dusty Road just right back, the Calando building here. And then you wanted to beat the traffic here at the Ministerial Complex. You could just jump here in Peace Island, get on this road, and drive into Pacos Island, where they've joined these two neighborhoods already. And now this place, they weren't connected anyway, so there's a giant swamp separating the two of them. But now the Ministry of Public Works is constructing a bridge to connect to it. In fact, they've done that already, by the way. So we're going to drive there and see if our vehicle can probably cross the bridge. And then we can go into Pacos Island, where there is even much work being done than previous ones that we showed you. So keep watching. We just want to make this a round trip. Go to 72nd Boulevard and then drive right back to LBS where we came from. So we'll double up briefly, quickly, and just go there. Now, we were here just the other day when they were doing demolition, James. I'm sure you probably didn't come here during the demolition, or here with my colleague Damawa when they were doing the demolition to demolish all of these structures. The Ministry of Public Works is intending to also make this another boulevard, like 4-lane, and probably. So we're going to drive through here and then head strictly into Pacos Island, where they're doing grading, they're doing backfilling, they're reducing the hills, and they've demolished almost, in fact, they removed every structure that's been in the right-of-way of the project. Here in Peace Island itself, you can see on the side of the road, all of the structures have been broken. So this is not old news anyway, in a way. Yeah, we've been here a few times. You've seen the demolition yourself when they were doing the demolition here on Peace Island. Yes, but basically we want to show you how far they've gone with the work that they've been doing inside Pacos Island. I know a lot of you are following social media channels and pages of government project promoters or bloggers or content creators showing you how the work is being done here. But I don't know if anyone have driven through from start to end to show you where the road begins and where it ends. So that's basically what we want to do. We want to drive from the start and go straightly to the end, and then we can call it a quit for the day. But let's drive on anyway. Let's drive on. Very soon we'll be getting at the separation point where both our lanes separate from each other. But then they've been joined by, drying the swamp by the engineers, and they're now building a bridge just right in between, and to ensure also that nature can be preserved, because the water crossed that portion and the folks were using canoes to get across. So not necessarily to dry up the swamp, but to also preserve nature. The municipal public is building a bridge, so even if the water gets full, it gets to go freely, across the bridge, but at the same time preserving the mangrove and respecting nature while the infrastructure development is taking place. But you're seeing it well by yourself already. You're seeing how they've docked these hills, reduced these hills. In fact, this particular hill that we're on used to be taller than what it looks like now, but they've done some massive work and they've reduced it. If you look at the height from the side, from the side, you'll notice what I'm talking about. You're seeing the height. The machines have docked the hill to at least to a minimum level. But it still kind of looks very tall if you can see below there. But anyway, across there where you're looking at is Pacos Island. And then if you're smart enough, you look further, you'll see the folks there working on the bridge. But that's Pacos Island up there. We're going to climb up to Pacos Island. We're going to drive through Pacos Island. We're going to get on the route at least to 72nd. And then we're going to call the trip and quit. But vehicles usually make use of this alternative route just to avoid the long queuing of vehicles along the Tottenham Boulevard or in the Congo Town area, especially the morning and evening hours. But yes, this is it. This is where the two neighborhoods are, connected, as you are seeing, the swamp. But at the same time, the folks here are doing some great work just to show you the work they're doing. They're building the bridge, and you're seeing the bridge just right here. Hi, two guys. You're seeing the bridge just right here, and the engineers are doing some great work. Just for a few seconds, if you can park, I'll just go show the camera there, and then before we can go ahead. So yes, I was telling you about the swamp. So you see the swamp for yourself. This is the swamp right here. So this is the swamp that divided both neighborhoods. So you're looking from that end. Usually this is the swamp far ahead of you there, and if you look on the other end, you see that the folks are constructing the bridge just to make sure the water can be able to flow between the both ends. That's why they're literally constructing the bridge. But they've dried the swamp up already. They've placed, rocks and you name it here to drive the swamp. But now they're constructing the bridge to ensure that the water can flow freely between both neighborhoods. So this is it. This is where the two of them are connected. Back in the past, the folks here were using canoes. If you look closely there where those trees are, where you see a coconut tree, usually that's where the canoes will be, and then they will cross through, come here, and probably just to get basic necessities, buy rice or buy whatever, or get water across, But now that has come to an end. Anyway, you're seeing the covers just right here as the engineers continue to construct the bridge to join both neighborhoods. So we're going to now go into Pacos Island itself. So as you can see ahead of you, that's the road just right ahead of you there. So let's go to Pacos Island itself, and then we'll go toward the 72nd end, and I'll show you how they're drying up the swamp there also. That's some serious work that they're doing. Keep watching. So let's drive on first. So let's drive on. But I think you've seen for yourselves, for those of you who are. So this is it. And that's the road there for you. Easy. So that's the Ministry of Public Works signboard. And then, speaking of Pacos Island, here we are climbing. And this hill will obviously be reduced. In fact, they're reducing it gradually. And you're seeing some of the structures that they've demolished and taken from the right-of-way of the construction. I was here just the other day, and there's another giant hill ahead of us, but they've reduced it to probably the lowest or at a very reasonable height. So, I mean, this is the same very hill that we're climbing, by the way. But just look ahead of you and see from, you know, the height on the side and see how much work they've done here. They've done some massive work here, as you can see. I mean, yes, thank you very much for requesting that. So you're seeing the hill for yourself, folks. The guys have done significantly well in reducing this particular hill, like very tall from what it looks like. But at the same time, what they're doing, they're using the dye, also taking the dye to the swamp, to fill in the swamp, and then to help connect the various neighborhoods. So we'll see the first connection, and then there are also some feeder roads also, or some roads that are branching off, you know, into nearby places. They're also helping to clear. Basically, they might not have plans for those ones, but at least they're clearing them also, since the machines are available and they are in the vicinity. They're clearing those ones also. So I mean, they're also bringing down trees. As you drive on, you'll see these giant trees that they're bringing down. To see them, they're clearing them off the road. So this is it. Now we're driving in peace at Pacos Island already, by the way. If you've been here, you know what we're talking about. Now we don't know, but let's go straightly where the machines are already. There are machines on the standby already and they're working. So we're going to drive there and show you. Currently, as we speak, there are machines already here on Pacos Island, and it works. They do that like every day and not just one day. So basically, we're going to walk there. So here we are. So I'm going to tell my chauffeur right here on your right hand side, you will bend. You're going to bend, slow down. You put us down here, but right here on your right hand side, you're going to drive through there and then go left, and wait for us. There's an intersection ahead of us. So we're going to walk there just to highlight the work itself. Let's go, Chris. James. Yeah, I keep saying that. Yeah, this one is fine. So here we are. We're just driving through. I walk inside. So as you're seeing for yourself, folks, the guys are grading. The engineers are grading, as you can see. Looks very reasonable with the width from what it looks like. I'm not an engineer to say how wide it should be, but it appears very wide and it's reasonable. So there's a machine ahead of us already, and no, it's not coming here. And they are working massively. Just over the weekend, I was here. I came to like just, you know, do the usual work, and I saw the folks working also on Saturday. So this is the vehicle belonging to the company that's doing this work, and the machines are here. Now this place is also used to be like a hill, and yes, they've reduced it also. They've brought it to the lowest. So there's massive work ongoing. This morning they started grading again also, like they've been doing all the weekend. So this particular route that we're walking on here strictly towards the 72nd Boulevard Road portion. Yes, so precisely that's where we're going to walk, and also show you. But as you can see, this machine right here is filling up this truck, and they're digging the dike to reduce the hill that we're standing on. As you can see, they're digging the hill to reduce the dike and to put the dike in these trucks that you're seeing just right ahead of us here. So, but this is the level of work, guys. This is what it looks like from above. As you can see, the guys are doing significantly well. So the MDMC is the company that's doing this particular project through the Ministry of Public Works. So what's going on now, that there's a demolition that should be taking place, but the conversation is ongoing amongst the engineers and the folks who are probably in the right of way. But yes, several roads, several access points are being opened. The Ministry of Public Works here in Pacos Island doing significantly well to clear these access points. So let's just walk down, then we'll show you how the work is being done here. So this is it. This is the work that's going on here. See, machines are parked, but the folks are actively working, by the way. Just to let you know that the machines they probably have gone to take a break or something. But this is it. This is the work that's going on here, and the grading and clearing. Just right ahead of us here where we're standing, there used to be a huge building just right here. If just to show you a proof that there used to be a building, if you look here, there's an old commode just sitting right here. It's obviously right after the demolition. So it was kind of part of the structure, but if you look, this particular fence, there's a huge building here, but they demolished it and removed it, from the right of way. So just if we look back ahead of us, we're seeing the machines. They're working here every day, and they're removing dirt, they're clearing, they're backfilling, and they're doing grading every day. Now, if speaking about work, the machine is currently operating, as you can see, filling up the truck, and they're taking the dirt, and we're going to show you briefly where they're taking the dirt just ahead of us. So let's board the vehicle quickly. It should be somewhere parked around here. We're expecting that it will be here. So folks, we're going to go ahead again and show you there is progress ahead. Just to show you, they've done some significant portions that are ahead. We're going to show you also in terms of clearing and grading. They're doing great right in between here. So let's drive on, guys, and let's drive on. So this is at this point, once we as we drive on now, we're not going to get down literally up unless there is something very convincing to show you ahead. But basically they're just doing some clearing and they're grading this particular portion that we're driving on. But as we drive on, you'll notice that there are vehicles keep coming our way. You'll notice that there are bikes that keep coming our way. This is one of the most convincing routes now that a lot of folks are using to beat the traffic along the boulevard. Remember this morning when we started coming along, you notice the traffic that we got in to drive on here. So basically everyone now is using this particular route to head towards the boulevard and ELWA Junction area. So this is it. They've reduced this hill to the lowest. As you can see, we just passed through it. There are other alternative routes on the side that they are clearing. So very soon we're going to get in the swamp. It's a long stretch of swamp, by the way, but they've dried it and they've connected Pacos Island now with the main road. That's the 72nd Boulevard Road. But earlier we were also in Peace Island. They're working on the bridge. We showed you the bridge. And this particular portion where we're driving is just precisely right behind the residence of former President Charles Taylor, right here in the Congo Town area. You can call it the Pacos Island area. We're going that way. So, but there is work ongoing in between here also. As you can see, if you look ahead of us there, they are clearing ahead of us. But this is the main portion that we wanted to show you. This is the portion that leads to 72nd, or the portion that leads to the Boulevard Road. Just in the next few minutes or few seconds, we'll be on the main road itself. So probably we just get down ahead of us there and just walk along the main road as the vehicle drives. But let's go further so we can show you where the swamp begins. So this is exactly where the swamp itself begins, and these are the machines right here. So we're going to get down and start from here. How you do? So we're going to get down and start from here. So you've seen that this is where the machines are packed. This is basically where the machines are packed, and they've just dried this portion. But as you can see, this is the river itself just right here ahead of you, or the swamp, if you may. And this is where it starts. So like basically right here, you could only access that particular place that we're looking at ahead of us, probably by intentionally walking through the swamp. But it was like never possible anyway. So it was never possible. So we're going to walk through. Let's just walk through and show you. So if you can see from the end here, they've placed like rocks and you name it, the dirt and everything here in the swamp. So basically they've divided the swamp into two halves just by backfilling and drying it up. So we're going to walk and show you, since it's not a very long distance. If you were driving, it would take you like maybe 5 or 3 minutes to get on the road itself, or probably 2 minutes, in fact, from here to get on the road itself. But since we're going to walk, we're going to show you. And at the same time, just to show you, they're not only drying up the swamp, but the portion that is just right by the road itself, they're digging it and making it deep to ensure that the water can flow freely, probably like a drainage, like something. I don't know the technology that, or the engineering that they're applying. As you can see from both sides, they are placing a different kind of dirt along the actual dirt itself. But yes, they've dried up the entire swamp, folks. There you have it from the other end. And like I said, there are bikes and vehicles are using this route to get along the Tubman Boulevard. No, that's the 72nd Boulevard. And then there's a culvert right here. And since there is a culvert right here, I want to assume they'll probably have a bridge right in between here, just like they have a bridge along the Pacos Island and Peace Island connection area. So since they have like a culvert right here, they could probably also have a bridge. You never know. So I don't know how the engineering is being done or how the project is designed, but eventually I want to assume there's going to be a bridge right in between there. But basically, cars can use that culvert and get across. Tell us in the comment if sound is okay, by the way, if you're following us. And yeah, so let's drive on. Fresh back feeling right ahead of you, as you can see, pulling in fresh dirt. And as I speak, we're seeing vehicles coming our way, making use of the connection already, driving through. So yes, I don't know, if you're coming from town and you're stuck in the traffic in the Congo Town area, just branch into 72nd, not 72nd, but branch into Peace Island and drive through Peace Island, and then you will drive, through Pacos Island also, and you will make your way eventually at the 72nd Boulevard Road, and next thing you'll be on the road itself. So yes, let's just drive. So we just want to show you. So this is it. Let's just walk through. Eventually we'll get on the main road itself, so you'll see what we're talking about. So this is not the portion that goes to a lot of folks have been talking about the John Boise Resort area, but basically no, this is not the portion that goes to the John Boise Resort area. This portion comes as far towards the Ghana Choba area, just a block away from Ghana Choba area, along the 72nd Boulevard. There's another culvert just ahead of us here also. So you see, we're already in the next community, just by walking a little distance, a few kilometers, already here in the next community. As you can see, there's also another culvert here. There's also another culvert here. So there you have it. You see the other neighborhood just ahead of us, and we've already tried this swamp. This is some fresh work that's been done since this morning. We saw the trucks bringing in fresh dirt. Earlier we were at the area where they're filling up the trucks with dirt, and they're dumping the dirt here in the swamp just to dry up and connect the both communities. So this particular project now is linking 3 communities. So the Peace Island community, the Pacos Island community, and then the neighborhood along the 72nd Boulevard Road, connecting the 3 of them. So this project is massive. We've been to the Ministry of Public Works, we'll pave this place full lane with asphalt and probably a 4-lane road. But we've not seen the project design yet to know what the specs are. But again, it's also now being used as a detour as massive construction works taking place along the Congo Town and Tubman Boulevard area for the 2 overpass bridges that are being constructed by China. But again, also you might have heard the news from the Ministry of Public Works in terms of expanding the Liberia Tubman Boulevard into 6-lane. And according to the Ministry of Public Works, by 2027, they want to start engaging. By 2027, they want to start engaging works to start works on expanding the Tubman Boulevard. That's going to be some serious work that's going to be done by the Ministry of Public Works, because come to think of it, the way the Tubman Boulevard is now congested in terms of structures along the road, and with the expansion in mind, I don't know what demolition is going to be like, but it's going to be some serious work, obviously, from the way I see it. So this is it. We already ended the portion. So if you look behind you now, you're seeing Pacos. They're riding through, and everyone is making use of this particular route now to get along the Tottenham, the 72nd Boulevard. And sorry. So that's it. We just wanted to drive through and show you. We started showing you the overhead bridge along the Tottenham Boulevard, the Congo Town portion. 72nd Boulevard, and then we drove through, went into Pacos Island, drove through Pacos Island, showed you the work that's been done, and here we are along the 72nd road already that we across. So thanks for watching and thanks for leaving your comments. We're going right back. Once we hit 72nd Boulevard Junction, we'll bring this video to an end, but we'd like to say thanks for watching. From here, my colleague James is going to take it from here. What really this really means, I mean, James, in terms of helping, for traffic congestion along the Congo Town, belt or Tottenham Boulevard. How do you describe this?
In one word, I would say this is unprecedented. This is a big gain for this government, creating alternative routes for commuters and people who want to make their way to their basic schedules can use this route. So for this, I want to say this is unprecedented. It's good that people cannot have so many routes to choose from. And now there are massive work that is being done on the overpass bridge, causing huge traffic congestions. So, like you said, Tony, you happens to live in this area, who have experienced how this place used to be. Whenever people want to move from the Pacos Island, you have to use the 72nd route, and now that's not the case. Those living in the Pacos Island can now pass through the Peace Island because now the Pacos Island and Peace Island are now being connected.
So where we are currently is the you might want to say where we are currently.
Yeah, currently we are on the 72nd Boulevard end. We just passed through the Peace Island, Pacos Island, and now we are gotten to the
Yes. So right here. So yes, as we mentioned, so the road continues. We just got on the 72nd Boulevard Road, and now we are driving here on the side, heading towards where they have the new LFA headquarters, the Swatimo community. So this is how the design of the project is, and then it's going to cross two places. If you see the Ministry of Public Works signboard just right here, so you're seeing the demolished structures in between here, and the road continues in this particular community. As you can see, they've demolished structures right in between here. But here they've not done any clearing, clearing works already. The machines have not been in this particular neighborhood as it relates to clearing. But yes, the road project will continue straight through this particular neighborhood. And then you will also drive on. And there are roads within between the neighborhoods. The basic aim here is to ensure that the Ministry of Public Works can pave between the houses, pave within the neighborhood, and then to create sufficient access way for alternative as that particular project continues, because by the end of that project, obviously these roads will also be significant once they become pliable for those who will be in the neighborhood. So the road continue. So we've crossed over now from the Peace Island and Pacos Island portion, and we are in the Swatimo community at its core. And you're seeing the machines have been at this particular portion basically only for demolition, and they've not started clearing works yet. They've not done grading yet. But yes, as we drive through, in fact, just right ahead of us here, we have the headquarters of the LFA. This is the compound of the LFA right here, and that's the LFA building just right ahead of you there. And we're driving through the neighborhood, folks. That's the LFA headquarters just right ahead of us there. And the machines have done some just minimal clearing basically, but not at like the project itself. The project is on, but not necessarily grading or backfilling work is taking place here. Basically, they've only done demolition in this particular neighborhood. So this particular road now leads you straightly at the ELW junction portion, and then you can use the SC Cooper Road and other places to navigate your way through Painesville. So as you can see, if you look further ahead, you will see the LRA building is just right ahead of us here at ELW junction. And then you see the Eagle building, that's Eagle building right there, that's LRA building just right ahead of us there. And then we're just traveling behind right here in the neighborhood. And then very soon we'll be at SC Cooper Road in the next few minutes, and then we'll be back at ELW junction. So this is a kind of relief that this particular route is going to bring for anyone once the Ministry of Public Works gets done creating or building this particular road as that bridge project continues. So as you can see, a lot of the work that has been done in the Pacos Island area linking the 72nd road portion, but this place they've only done what I can describe as demarcation and demolition, and then probably eventually they will start doing some clearing works, and setting up assets and backfilling and all of that. Basically, I can assume that there's going to be sufficient backfilling on this portion because I don't see the lateral down here. There's a lot of sand in this particular location, so it appears they're going to do some backfilling here. So we're just right here at the back of the LRA building. Eagle eventually will be at the ELW junction. We just come up right here at the SC Cooper Road junction, and then eventually we head for ELW junction itself. But you saw the work earlier this morning when we started. We drove towards town from the Boulevard junction, and then eventually Peace Island, Pacos Island, and then right back here at ELW junction just to show you the work. So here we are right here at the SC Cooper Road junction. As you've seen the gas station just right ahead of us. My colleague is going to drive to the front and slow down for me a little bit. Then I can zoom in, just go in front a little bit. I can zoom in and then show you, you're seeing the machines there. And this is the Boulevard Junction area just ahead of you. That's Boulevard Junction. The machines are still digging and for the overpass bridge, and that's exactly where we started this morning. So for those of you who have watched, my colleague James and I, we just wanted to bring a round trip to you from LBS or from ELW junction, SC Cooper Road, Peace Island, Pacos Island, eventually 72nd, and then that was going to do it. So that will do it now. Thanks for watching and thanks for leaving your comment. You want to thank the folks who were following?
So let me say thanks to those of you who've been following from the beginning of this broadcast. Tony said we just thought to give you a clear glimpse of the work that are being done here on the overpass bridge, and also those alternative routes that have been created that the Ministry of Public Works and the leading towards the Peace Island, linking Pacos Island back to the 72nd Boulevard, and also pass through another route that linking the Swanking Road community to the ELW junction. And so that just to give you a clear glimpse of those of you living along those major routes, whenever there are traffic congestions, you can select from several alternative routes. So I'd like to say many thanks to those of you who've been following, who left your comments. I want to say thanks for living your experience as well. Those of you who have used this Stockton Boulevard thing, and now that the overpass bridge work is being carried out, there are huge traffic congestion as a result of the overpass bridge construction. You can select from those major routes. So my name is Tanner James Kabak, Anthony Williams, then here as well.
And thanks to our chauffeur Winston Bensman also. We'll head back to LBS now, folks. Bye bye for now.